Economic recovery and improved relations. Over the next few years, international relations improved. The League of Nations was able to negotiate peaceful resolutions to many border disputes. Countries left the gold standard to finance their war efforts. The war caused many economic and physical damages, such as loss of markets, high taxation, maintaining a military, foreign borrowing, and inflation. Their economies improved over time because the government took the lead to help improve it. The financial restrictions limited the improvement, but over time, there's a lot of economic recovery. Britain and other countries returned to the gold standard by 1928. The USA had the leading economy after the war because no fighting occurred in India and the infrastructure stayed the same. They gained new markets because they continued manufacturing products for the war. They're also going to be repaid from their loans, which created the Roaring Twenties. The USA's financial resources will help German reparations and improve the relations between France and Britain. Aims and impact of international treaties and conferences. German reparations had to be solved because French and Belgian troops were in German territory, which is an act of war. Germany claimed it wasn't able to make any payments, and the USA demanded full repayment of the loans. The Dawes Plan was made so French and Belgian troops would withdraw from the war. Reparations, German reparations were restructured. Germany's national bank should be rebuilt and watched by other countries, and Germany should receive a foreign loan, mainly from the USA, to help stabilize the economy. The plan helped change French policy towards Germany because they were willing to compromise and reduce tensions. The Locarno Conference made an agreement that Germany, France, and Belgium would respect their joint frontiers and the borders were accepted. A treaty of mutual guarantee was agreed, which meant that Britain and Italy would help any country that was victim to aggression that violated the Locarno Treaties. This meant that Britain agreed to help France if Germany attacked. Mussolini also compromised with the other countries and stopped the aggressive foreign policies because they weren't capable of doing anything. Mussolini played an important role in Locarno, and Italy was being accepted as a major power by other countries. Germany then became accepted as a member of the League of Nations. The treaties didn't give guarantees regarding Germany's borders with Poland and Czechoslovakia. Britain was also not fully committed to taking military action. Bryan proposed a pact between France and the USA to outlaw war between them. Kellogg then suggested the pact should extend to all countries who wanted to be involved. The Kellogg-Briand Pact of 1928 was signed by over 60 nations, which led to nations renouncing war and agreeing to settle disputes in a peaceful manner. The pact didn't mention what would happen if to countries that broke it. The USA signed it because it could self-defend and didn't have to take any action maintaining its isolationist policy. The Young Plan was made to reduce the total amount of reparations for Germany. Germany wanted new demands, but it was agreed that reparations would drop from 6.6 billion to 2 billion. Um, the controls established in the Dawes Plan were also dismantled. The plan showed how France was willing to compromise. France insisting on full reparations would cause isolation, so they decided to agree with the plan. Changing relations between the major powers. France had a more peaceful approach with Germany because of the rear occupation failed and their relations with Britain were being damaged. France agreed to the Dawes Plan because Germany couldn't pay the reparations. This improved relations between France and Germany and the cooperation show with the Locarno Treaties, the Kellogg-Briand Pact, and the Young Plan. They were still concerned about their security, and the guarantees they were given by the USA and Britain weren't 100%. Alliances were made with Eastern European countries, such as the Little Entente between Poland, Czechoslovakia, Romania, and Yugoslavia. The creation of the League of Nations as well, however, the alliance was weak, and the League of Nations lacked power. France also kept tense relations with Russia due to their concerns over communism and the revolution and their relations with Germany. Britain was also suspicious of Russia and their relations with Germany. Britain, however, established a relationship with the Bolshevik government until it was broken up in 1927 until 1929. The USA was still following isolationism but was still involved in world affairs, especially related to their interests. Overseas trade and investment continued to grow and were protected. They also wanted to recover their loans and to receive payment from war debts. They helped create the Dawes Plan to help Germany pay their reparations so the USA could get their money. The USA wasn't at the Locarno Conference, but still helped influence the decisions made. Germany was prepared to compromise with other countries to resolve their economic problems, achieve national security, and become known as a major and trustworthy international power again. They accepted the Treaty of Versailles and were allowed to join the League of Nations. The USSR was isolated throughout the 1920s. Most countries restored diplomatic relations with the USSR, but they still feared that the spread of communism in the relationship with Germany after the Treaty of Rapallo. The USA didn't establish diplomatic relationships with the USSR until 1933. The USSR was still resentful after not being allowed to attend the Paris Peace Conference or join the League of Nations.